Mann, bist du ein schwieriger Typ.
I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I currently have a few missing persons cases. Mr. Tadao Kimura and Miss Louise Teasdale. I'm afraid they may have been abducted by my mysterious maniac.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No, but I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not a crook.
Okay, da habe ich die ganze Sache schon mal geklärt.
Tell me about Mr. Kimura.
Mr. Kimura is a businessman who has been missing for a few days. He didn't go home, didn't go to work, didn't go back to his family.
Where was he last seen?
Mr. Kimura was last seen at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. I followed a possible lead in the West End, but I found nothing.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Okay. Nochmal Kanalisation. Boah. Okay.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you.
Wir kennen
Good
uns?
evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Was bist du für ein Laden?
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Okay.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Dieses Geflirte hier.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid.
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Okay.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Okay. Na dann
May I look
handeln.
at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need. Nö. Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Ich hätte mich so gefreut, wenn man jetzt vielleicht neue Klamotten sich mal holen kann. Aber ne. Sie ist also im Keller. Okay. Was haben wir denn hier mittlerweile? Ja, das ergänzt sich doch hier langsam mal. Da fehlen uns ja nur noch 3. Sie und ihre Tochter. 2 Individuen fehlen. Sein Anwesen, wo auch immer das ist.
Turn around, sir. I'll put it in.
So.
Best stay back, sir.
Aha. Was? Ne, ich dachte gerade, die Tür hätte reagiert. Okay, dann nicht. Unterschlupf? Unterschlupf, okay. Und da geht's zur Straße raus. Ja. Das da. So, was haben wir denn hier? Analyse. Starke Regeneration. Regeneriert 800 Lebenspunkte. Ja, bin ich jetzt erstmal auf jeden Fall mega gut versorgt. Bam. So. Läuft. Läuft bei mir. So. Okay. Ihr seid also nicht so die Kuscheltypen. Akzeptiere ich. So, du machst alleine deine Runde. Hier geht's nirgendwo hin. Das ist unwichtig. Das mit dem Anwesen hier ist auch sehr verdächtig. Mal sehen, ob meine Vermutung, die ich jetzt gerade geschlossen habe, die gerade in mir keimt, ob die sich bestätigt. Noch nicht. Erstmal rumgehen. Dadurch komme ich am schnellsten auf die andere Seite. Ja, komm, nimm. Was geht denn jetzt hier ab? Das Verbrechen des verlorenen Wissens.
Cards never look. Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree,
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They've told me of your unquenchable thirst for blood. Be wary, Anachon. I've heard such a rich diet can be bad for the heart.
Die Karten haben gar nichts gesagt, sondern der Swansea hat das gesagt, du Vollhorst. Tch. Ich weiß nicht, wem du hier verarschen willst.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here is the money.
The coward. A man almost proud of the crime he did not commit. An accident disguised as an act of courage.
Okay.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Ich kann hier also Hinweise kaufen, oder wie?
Here is the money.
The Hermit.